Hello everyone! Allow me to discuss the different actors in the international arena, namely the World Trade Organization or WTO, the International Monetary Fund or IMF, and the World Bank on how they play on the following prompts. Prior to COVID-19 pandemic, the World Trade Organization plays as the negotiator to make sure that there will be no conflicts in terms of making trade with one another. It is also responsible in the creation of rules and regulations as the legal basis for the systematic organization, while the International Monetary Fund plays as the facilitator for the countries that are facing problems with regards to their balance of payment. The IMF will help these countries by means of supporting and assisting them on how to cope to their struggle. The World Bank, on the other hand, focuses on their dedication to reduce poverty globally. It also plays to give financial assistance, particularly to the poor countries. With the crisis that everyone is facing nowadays due to the current pandemic, the WTO is taking their steps to restrain the possible damages of this COVID-19 pandemic, particularly in trade. For instance, the WTO is doing their efforts to remove any measures that restricts the production and acquiring of basic goods such as the medical supplies. And since the health is the top priority, the International Monetary Fund plays a vital role in funding the health spending in relation to the outbreak. This is from the fact that there is a need to strengthen the healthcare system as a response to the virus, while the World Bank plays as a provider of emergency financial assistance, particularly to the low-income countries which is more vulnerable to the adverse effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Aside from this, they also provide technical assistance such as the laboratory to lower the risk of the local transmission. Looking forward, as technology evolves, the WTO will play to improve more the trading system with the use of the different technological advancement. This will serve as an instrument for the trade to shape, transform, and accelerate the growth in the economy. The IMF, on the other hand, will play to reform the financial sector for the structure to be more effective. This is crucial because this will help the institution to strengthen their ability in dealing with the future crisis. Lastly, the World Bank will make an effort to end the poverty, also to provide support and coordination with other member governments in the pursuit of a long-term development in the economic sector. Recently, we have experienced different typhoons which has brought severe damages in the countries, particularly in economic and trade development. In my personal capacity, I can help in economic and trade development in these three simple ways. First is with the use of the social media platform as an effective tool to promote businesses, especially those who are greatly affected with the recent typhoon, and to attract customers to patronize their goods and services. This can also be an engine to disseminate information with regards to trade and a venue to make connections that can ultimately contribute for the development. Second is by giving my full support and participation in a program which main objective is for the economic and trade development. In this, I'll be able to expose myself to gain more knowledge on how one can be a part of a change to acquire growth and development in the said sectors. Lastly, as a student, my personal capacity relies on education. I believe that education is one of the keys that needs to be considered as the fundamental factors of development. Therefore, I should immerse myself to learning and acquiring more skills and knowledge that would help me to become more equipped on how I can effectively help in economic and trade development, especially during difficult times such as typhoons. That's it, and thank you for watching.